What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel, Woody RC, and today is Crawl Day Tuesday. I got a new red cat that I wanted to try out. Nope, it is not this one. This is my first red cat. I am slowly but surely becoming a red cat person. It didn't happen on purpose, but it just seems like I have more red cats than anything else, and this is the one that started it all for me. The red cat Danchi Ridge Rock. This has been a great vehicle so far, and nothing is broken on it. I lend it out to my kids when I go out. I lend it to friends, crawler friends that want to try it out, that never been crawling, and this thing has seen many fails and falls and just keeps on ticking. So my first purchase right here, first Danchi, first red cat, and I wanted a new one. I wanted one that was more trail worthy. As good as this thing rock crawls, it's just a little low down here, the clearance, and it hits a lot of rocks. So Red Cat came out with a new one. They came out with this bad boy here. This is the Red Cat Ridge Runner. This is a little bit different setup than the Danchi. You can see here, it's got the 4-wheel steer, the crab control, rear wheel steer, all the running features that the Danchi has, but this now has portals now. Now what that does, that just raises the the ground clearance. So this has been fun for the rocks and for the trail, and this cost me $160. I believe they're on sale during Black Friday and Cyber Monday for $139, I believe. So this is one of my fun go-to vehicles when I meet up with the guys to go crawl. I could just go out, have a lot of fun with it, and not worry about it getting tore up out there and falling over. So right after I purchased this little guy here. Now this is the Red Cat Ascent 18. Now this has been my most capable 18 scale crawler that I have. What helps is the lightweight Lexan body compared to a scale hard body. Everything's got it's got a ton of flex, as you can see here. And it's got a low center of gravity. It's just a well-designed 18 scale that can go out there and almost comp crawl. Some lines, yes, I could say, this thing's hitting somewhat comp lines for the 18 scale, but it's definitely more capable than my TRX 4Ms or my FCX 24s. And I bought this for $119. I missed the sale when it was $99, but now they can be had. Well, I think the sale is over now, but over the Black Friday and Cyber Mondays, these were going for $95. This is a fun vehicle. Only mods I've done to it are the brass rings inside the front tires, and I have brass outer portal covers and brass diff covers front and rear. Other than that, it's just been given a different look, just to make it mine, and that's how she looks now. Well, after this Red Cat, I got a new one. This is my new Red Cat Ascent Fusion. This is one I've been wanting for a long time, since it came out, even the original Fusion, but I just kept getting other purchases, and I just kept passing this one over. I don't know why. This is a great crawler. Maybe I just wasn't crazy about the cab only look, but that's definitely, it's definitely grown on me over the past year, this look here. And when this one came on sale, for Black Friday, and I couldn't pass the deal. This is a $400 RTR that's very capable from the videos you've seen, but I picked it up for $318. So I was like, you know what, I'm getting this thing. So this is going to be a completely stock first run. You're going to see this thing first time on the dirt, or not the dirt, but the rocks, as I will. So the first time this thing runs is the first time you'll see it run. Let's get out there. Well, all right, guys. This is the very first time you're seeing these tires touch the rock. This is my local crawl spot here. And there it is. And the Red Cat Fusion. This is all stock. It has 4 adjustable items on here, unlike the Hobby Wing 1800 you purchase on your own, which has 9. This has 4: the counterclockwise rotation, the LiPo voltage cutoff, drag brake force, and drag brake rate. And that is all. But that is all it's really needed. Let's try it out. Now the filming here today will be on a mounted tripod, you know, just to keep it stationary so I could use both my hands to control this for the first time out here. Well, let's give it a shot. Here we go. First crawl up this rock here. This does have the FOC, you know, control set from the factory. And I did go through and see how they were set, all the default settings. They got the drag brake set so that it does have a little bit of a rollback, which I like to show you right here. There you go. It is slowly moving back, as you can see. I prefer my drag brakes like that than a full lock. It's a fairly quiet rig. I did go through and grease up all the gears and the diffs and the portals. This rock is fairly grippy. You know, most any decent soft tire, most tread patterns work pretty good out here. There are some that work better than others, but for the most part, most RTR tires work great. This rock has plenty of biting edges. It's just jagged rock. All right, we are coming up on its first real challenge here. This is faced on a downhill. It's got a little slope to it, and it's a decent climb up. Get some dirt on those tires for the first time. All right, that made that look too easy. Out of all my crawlers, I'd got to say this one made it up that the easiest out of all my 10 scale crawlers. You can see it rolling down on its own with the drag brake, how it's set up from the factory. Not even touching it, but we're gonna go up this line here. All of my crawlers have hit this. You know, I've got mostly scale crawlers and they could all hit this here. So some with difficulty, some without. But let's see what this guy can do here. It gets pretty tricky right in this area right here. You know, it could bottom out in certain places underneath your chassis. Let's see what the Red Cat can do. Now with my scale rigs, I got to hit this bottom part here, the entrance of this climb, at different angles because of the bumpers on the scale rigs. To see, this in here has a lot better approach angle, being set up more like a comp rig. There you go, I just went straight up that. And like I thought, these tires are working just fine out here. I do have a set of Hyrax G8 compounds coming on them because they're on sale at Amazon for $12 a pair, and I couldn't pass that up. Let me hold this camera up here so you can see what we're dealing with here, right there. Sinks in. That made right over that without hardly touching anything underneath the chassis. So yeah, right away, this thing is pretty cool. Okay, now this is a pretty tricky transition here from where we're sitting at now, and to scoot over to the right and make this climb. Now my Dancia can do it, and so can my Ridge Runner, but those things can do things that other 110 scale vehicles can't. And I've seen a couple of guys hit this with 10 scale crawlers, but yeah, you just got to hit it just right. For some reason, it just could be tricky on a standard 110 scale trail rig. Let's see what we can do here. Now, I'm not going to cheat and go up further. I'm going to hit it right here, where I couldn't complete this with my Axial Bronco or my Ep.4 Bronco 2021. Looks like got a pretty good start at it so far. And that was a cakewalk for the Red Cat Fusion. All right, we've got another challenge line here. That goes from, starting from the right is the easiest. As you get over more to the left is the hardest. We'll start off to the right. Like I thought, really easy. Now one thing I'm over to the, a little bit more to the left now. We'll just keep inching our way over to the left. See what this thing can do. There we go, right? All right, directly in front of us now. This is where most of my trail rigs get maxed out, right about here. My Banshee, my Ridge Runner can hit this. Yeah, they got longer wheelbases and a lot of flex, but yeah, it's hit that pretty easy also. See how easy it can come back down. And this is out of the box is a 60-40 weight distribution. You got 60% in the front and 40 in the rear, which is really good for out of the box. Most vehicles, you got to start adding a ton of brass just to get to that weight distribution. Let's let the natural drag brake take over here. Front end or the back end was getting a little light there, I could feel. All right, now we're going extreme to the left here. I'm gonna be ready for this. I don't want to tear up my new crawler just yet, not on its first day anyway, so I'm gonna be ready to catch it. As soon as these rear wheels hit inside here, it's gonna force that front end up. There it goes, I knew it. All right, so it didn't hit that straight on. What we got here, okay, I thought that was a rock. So I'm gonna try and come in at it from an angle here. Same thing. All right, we're maxed out right here, guys. By the design pattern here, I would say this is like a Maxxis Trepador style type tire. Big point right underneath our rear tire there. Now for an RTR out of the box, you know, from the videos I've seen, this is really nice. RTR cop crawler. It could be made in, you know, even something better. And there's other crawlers out there at the market chassis that just looks like a chassis out there rolling around the rocks, you know. I guess that's good for some, but for me, it needs to look like something. We've got a pretty good one here in front of us. I mean, the angle of it's pretty steep, and tire placement's gonna be important here. Gonna put my right tire on that ridge right there, the ridge of the rock. And rear tire follows right behind it. This is a steep climb here. Let's see what this Ascent Fusion can do. Wow. We're gonna make it, guys. Oh my gosh, look at that, we made it. Wow, this thing is, all right. It's definitely my most capable crawler out of the box. I mean, I don't think I have to do anything to this, you know, unless I want the thing to climb completely vertical. This thing is great. I mean, at least out here on the rocks, the tires are working fantastic. All right, we just scooted over, about a foot over to the right. As soon as the left tire dips inside this hole, we'll see if it's gonna want to bring that front end up. Now what's nice about this is has those it's got like the Penn spring mod inside the shocks. That keeps the front end from unloading, but you will lose some flex on top of that. But they're just climbing. I bought this thing to come out here and just climb. I'm gonna keep those in. It really helps. I did trim those fenders, but it looks like they're still rubbing at extreme turn angle like that. I have to go back in there, trim out a little bit more, but that wasn't too bad. Got a pretty good climb going on here right now. Show you what I'm dealing with here. Right there. I'm gonna have to one-hand it. Wow. You got it, guys. That was sweet. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed this short run footage of my new Red Cat Ascent Fusion. It's been a lot of fun so far. I'm gonna have some great times out here crawling with this thing.